Okay, let's unpack this. Imagine you're out there, open water, miles from shore. Maybe it's perfectly calm, and then bam, the weather shifts. Fast. What do you actually do? So this deep dive, it's all about handling those unexpected moments at sea. We're really focusing on how modern connectivity, well, it doesn't just make life easier out there, it fundamentally changes safety. For you listening, getting this knowledge quickly, but, thoroughly, that's absolutely essential, especially when minutes count. It's not just about knowing what a special marine warning is. It's about how to act decisively using the tools you've actually got.
Yeah, and what's truly fascinating here, I think, with these special marine warnings, it isn't just that they exist, it's how their really short-term nature, almost instantaneous, forces a totally different way of thinking for mariners. These come from the National Weather Service, right? And they're specifically to alert vessels about immediate short-term hazards. So we're talking thunderstorms, waterspouts, maybe sudden strong winds, stuff that's imminent. It demands quick, decisive action. It's less about forecasting for tomorrow and more about, okay, what do I do right now? It's basically a directive to act for safety, not just a heads up.
That's a really crucial distinction, a directive. So for someone who might be newer to this, how would you describe a special marine warning? What makes it so different from a regular marine forecast?
Okay, think of it as a critical short fuse alert. It comes straight from the National Weather Service. Unlike a forecast, which tells you what might happen, hours or days down the line, an SMW, a special marine warning, means something serious is about to happen, or maybe it's already happening right where you are. To break it down a bit, usually these are for winds hitting 34 knots or more. That's, about 39 miles per hour?
Pretty strong.
Oh, yeah. And it alerts vessels to threats that are going to show up within 2 hours, maybe even less. Often they'll list specifics: hail, strong gusts, waterspouts, and they cover coastal areas, adjacent waters. Plus, you can get immediate follow-on threats like squalls, really rapid atmospheric changes. Just understanding those criteria helps you get ready to respond fast and effectively.
And what I find really interesting about these warnings is they're not just guesses, right? They're actually built on real-time radar, satellite data. It gives mariners that advance notice. The precision they have now is kind of incredible.
Precisely. And knowing those unseen triggers, that's paramount. Because when you're offshore, the atmosphere, it can just shift incredibly fast. We're talking, rapid wind direction changes, maybe unexpected drops in barometric pressure.
Which flags a storm intensifying.
Exactly, like a low-pressure system spinning up fast.
Right.
Or maybe just sudden storm cells popping up on the radar. And these things can happen in, minutes. So advanced marine radar plus mobile internet, that lets crews track it all in real time.
Right. Remember that picture we painted miles from shore? Understanding those unseen triggers is exactly what lets you anticipate, not just react. Because the faster you respond, the lower the risk. Simple as that. And for that speed, there's one tool that really stands out now as absolutely essential: reliable mobile internet for boats.
It really is a lifeline, no exaggeration. Connectivity means, first off, you get those NOAA and NWS updates instantly, vital for real-time info. It also lets you communicate, distress calls, or maybe just rerouting plans with shore support, other boats. And beyond that, it keeps your real-time navigation tools running. Things like AIS.
The automatic identification system for collision avoidance.
Right. That broadcasts your position, shows you others. Crucial. Plus, system diagnostics, keeping your weather radar images constantly refreshed. All these critical things, they just rely on that uninterrupted data flow, you see.
And it's not just about having any internet connection, is it? We're talking about solutions built tough, designed to hold up in high winds, heavy rain, because that stability, it really does matter when minutes count.
Absolutely. So if you want to optimize your onboard connectivity for safety, a proper equipment setup is just crucial. You should be using outdoor-rated antennas. Marine mounts are best. Keep cable lengths under 50 feet if you can. Definitely no adapters. They just cause signal loss.
Good tip.
And you'll want multi-SIM routers. Think of them as smart devices. They can juggle different internet providers, right? Automatically balance the load. Pick the strongest signal. Kind of like your phone switching cell towers.
Makes sense.
Integrating Starlink, that's the satellite system, with your regular LTE, your cellular data, that gives you redundancy. That's key. And placement matters too. Put routers somewhere central, dry, shielded if possible. Protect the gear.
And speaking of redundancy, this is where some of these advanced integrated systems really come into their own, isn't it? Systems that can actually blend different connections like LTE, 5G, satellite, like Starlink, into one seamless signal. The main benefit there is that built-in failover. for weather resilience. Keeps you connected even if one service, starts to degrade. We've seen systems like the MDS blender doing this with automatic network switching, unified bandwidth. It's a real game changer for those critical services.
Yeah, systems like that are especially valuable during a special marine warning. Why? Because that's exactly when network loads can spike. And individual services might struggle or degrade, something like the MDS blender, and make sure your comms stay live, stay smooth, even during electrical storms or if there's signal interference, which is precisely when you need it most, obviously.
Knowledge is prevention. Like you said, it makes sense. When you think about it, that constant vigilance, that flow of information, it empowers crews to adapt not just quickly, but intelligently. So moving beyond just the setup, staying ahead of the curve means keeping up with satellite internet access news, right? It seems vital just to make sure your systems are updated, ready for anything.
Yes, definitely. There are specific things to watch, like Starlink firmware updates.
Yeah.
The software baked into the hardware, regional beam realignments, changes in maritime coverage areas.
Okay.
You also need to keep an eye on system compatibility announcements, maybe potential interference issues, especially in high traffic areas, antenna calibration guides. Having this knowledge just lets crews adapt much more quickly when conditions change.
And it strengthens your links too, doesn't it? To port authorities, other vessels. It can even give you real-time route suggestions based on storms developing right now. I mean, the faster you adapt to updated warnings, the safer everyone is. Crew, cargo, everyone.
And it's important while we're on this to maybe correct some common misconceptions about these warnings and about marine internet. A lot of yacht operators, maybe they underestimate these warnings. They think, oh, that's for big commercial ships or only right near the coast.
Or that mobile alerts aren't needed offshore.
Exactly. Or they assume their LTE will just hold up fine in a storm. Or maybe that Starlink alone is enough, misjudging how long warnings last, or just relying only on VHF radio.
The standard marine radio.
Yeah, or just AIS. That can be dangerous too.
Yeah.
Those are single points of failure, right?
Yeah.
They can leave you really vulnerable.
Which I guess leads us right to a crucial point. High-speed internet on yachts. It's just not a luxury anymore. It's become a necessity, foundational. For safety, sure, but also business continuity, even passenger experience, especially during these weather alerts. It really feels like it's redefined what being well-equipped at sea actually means.
That's absolutely right. During severe weather, high-speed connectivity keeps those real-time nav tools running, keeps video conferencing live if you need remote support. It enables that essential weather radar, AIS data streaming we talked about. Plus, business operations, safety reporting, monitoring systems, they often need constant low-latency data. So yeah, high-speed connectivity, truly essential.
So for captains then, having essential protocols ready for when a special marine warning hits, that's non-negotiable, I'd imagine. And connectivity should be right at the heart of that plan.
Absolutely. Suggested protocols should include, like immediately notifying all crew. That's step one. Then access the absolute latest NOAA NWS data. Reassess your current heading, your anchoring options. Test all your comms, LTE, satellite, everything. If you have a system like the MDS blender, maybe switch it to hybrid mode if needed. And critically, these protocols, they need to be reviewed, rehearsed regularly.
Like a fire drill at sea.
Exactly that. It's the same principle.
And okay, when a warning is actually issued, every second matters for those final preparations, right? You need to run through a final operational sweep, secure all systems, brief the crew again, prepare the vessel for a rapid response. It's about creating that routine. System diagnostics, updated weather charts, radio checks, just minimize surprises. And always confirm that all the emergency gear life jackets, EPIRBs.
Those emergency beacons.
Right, the EPIRBs that alert rescue. Flares too, make sure it's all accounted for and accessible. Like right now accessible.
And maybe most critically, you need to verify your whole marine system is ready before you even head offshore. Not just when a warning hits. That means a comprehensive checklist. Check the firmware on your satellite receivers. Verify your GPS, your AIS accuracy. Update software in the nav equipment. Test backup battery life.
Seems thorough.
It has to be. Inspect antenna alignment. Confirm your alert system subscriptions are active. Also, things like sensor calibration, cleaning camera, and radar domes. Basic maintenance, but crucial. Secure power cable connections. Test emergency comms devices. Sync your weather API feeds.
That's how the apps get their data, right?
Exactly. Make sure they're pulling the latest info. Schedule maintenance reminders. And if we connect this to the bigger picture, it really underscores the importance of calm leadership under pressure. Your crew, they take their cues from you. A steady, clear presence that reassures people organizes them. It's often said, right? The captain sets the tone. And in a crisis, that tone can be everything.
So what does this all mean then? At the end of the day, it feels like being truly prepared at sea now just inherently means being digitally connected. That synergy, reliable internet, plus diligent protocols, that's the new standard for safety on the water, isn't it? It fundamentally shifts how you operate, from reactive to proactive. In a critical weather event, you're not scrambling to reconnect. You're already linked up, seamlessly, turning what could be a crisis into maybe just a blip on your radar.
To reiterate, yeah, critical thinking about your systems on board and just continuously learning about tech advancements.
Yeah.
That's paramount. For staying safe, staying operational, it's really about building layers of resilience into your whole marine operation.
So here's a final thought for you to chew on. In this increasingly connected world, does truly getting away from it all at sea now actually depend on being more connected than ever before? Maybe consider how this shift, this reliance on connectivity, redefines both freedom and responsibility when you're out there on the open water.